Hello, this is John Joseph Xavier Shion coming at you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you like this video and if you like the kind of content I produce, please slap that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you. So today, um, I'm a football fan. Those who know me well know that I am. And this past Sunday, the Steelers lost badly in a playoff game. And we saw Ben Roethlisberger, who is arguably the greatest quarterback the Steelers have ever had. He threw 4 interceptions, and this comes off a decline in his play in the last 5 games or so of the season. And the Steelers are faced with a difficult choice. He has meant a lot to the franchise. He's personally been responsible for a lot of the successes of the franchise while he's been there. There's definitely been years where he's pretty much carried the whole offense on his back. But he's also declined. And they have to evaluate him not as the superstar he was. And I don't think it's likewise fair to evaluate him based on his poor performance in this last game, but they have to evaluate him as he is now and look at the whole of him. And I was thinking about that, and human beings, and this gets amplified when it's in the media, we love for everything to be all good or all bad. We don't like to deal in areas of gray. We like things neat. We like things simple. And Ben Roethlisberger has definitely been subject to this in the media, not just in how he plays, but in his personal life. And, thinking about that, looking at that, obviously, the media likes to do this in general. We make people into saviors. We make them into devils. And we don't allow a lot of between. We don't allow them to be humans. We don't allow them to be flawed. We don't allow them to be well-intentioned. We look at other people and we put them in these boxes. And I found personally that by doing that to other people, by expecting them to be perfect, I expected myself to be perfect and I'm not. And by looking at people and trying to allow them to be human, trying to allow them to be flawed, I've been able to become more accepting of my own flaws. And I think that we will have a much greater view, much greater understanding of the world as it is if we don't try to force people into these all good or all bad boxes. Obviously, the media has done that with the president for the last 4 years. He's either been Jesus or he's been Satan, and there's been nothing in between. And I'm not going to talk a lot about my views on him, but the fact of the matter is he's not Jesus and he's not Satan. He's a human being who's flawed, and I think that as a society we would be a lot better off if we could look at our leaders that way. And looking at our leaders, looking at other people, then we, as I said, we get to accept ourselves as fully human, and we get to accept our own flaws too, which I personally found has led to a lot greater self-contentment. So with that in mind, this week I want to share a video I made this past summer when Ben Roethlisberger did talk about his addiction issues, and my thoughts on that, and my thoughts on forgiveness and how we allow people way back and how we allow them to be human. So that's everything I've got new for this week. Enjoy my video from this past summer. Everything I said holds double now. Take care. Hello, this is John Joseph Xavier Shion, sitting on my front porch in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And right now I'm hoping that I get this taped before it rains, although I'm looking forward to the rain because it's been about 95 degrees lately. And today I want to talk to you about a statement Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers quarterback, made recently, and the reaction to it. So in late June, speaking online at a conference aimed at fathers, Roethlisberger said, "People don't realize all the time that us athletes, we're human. We sin like everybody else. I am no different. We make mistakes. We get addicted to things. We sin. We're human. I think sometimes we get put on this pedestal where we can't make mistakes. I've fallen as short as anybody. I've been addicted to alcohol. I've been addicted to pornography, which makes me not the best husband, not the best father, not the best Christian I can be." Now, I heard him say that. I was watching the webcast and I heard him say that when it first aired, and I thought, wow, this is pretty amazing. This guy who's had very, very obvious public issues, who's been involved in multiple sexual assault accusations, admitting that he's addicted to alcohol and pornography. I thought about it, and I don't think anyone so high profile who's ever been involved in a sexual assault accusation has admitted to being addicted to pornography. Now, did he do what he's accused of, and would it be great if he admitted what he did? If he did do that, yes, it'd be great if he admitted it, but realistically, for legal reasons, he can't. And I get that. And I am happy that he admitted what he did. It meant a lot to me, and I think that the target audience, the fathers who were watching that broadcast, I think that the people who needed to hear that heard that. So after the broadcast, I went online and I was looking for a reaction to that. I didn't see anything for a couple of days. It didn't get picked up by the media at all right away. And then when it did get picked up, I saw the comments on the article running 10-1. They were negative against Roethlisberger. They were condemning him for what he did 10 years ago, and not so much reacting to his statement that he made right now. I checked the dates. It's been a solid decade since he's been accused of any wrongdoing in the public eye. And so I don't know what's going on in his personal life, but there's no public evidence to indicate that he hasn't made a change and that he's not sincere. Certainly, he didn't benefit by calling attention to his past bad behavior at this point. But when I looked at the comments on the websites and articles covering it, again, very negative. People condemning him, people saying that he's using this to dodge responsibility for what he did, people saying that he's trying to absolve himself of responsibility. Watching him, I didn't see that as the case at all. I viewed it as taking responsibility for past actions. He flat out said he hasn't been the best person he could be because of his addictions. That didn't sound like a dodge to me. And in this greater cancel culture that we're living in right now, where one wrong word, one misstep, and everyone on the internet wants to tear you down, I've got to wonder, do we leave a way back for someone? Do we leave a way back for someone who makes a mistake to come back? A lot of people on the message boards are perfectly content for Roethlisberger's worst moments to be the whole history of who he is. And I don't know if we want to live in a society where we can't move beyond our worst moments. I hope not. Certainly this isn't saying that he didn't do what he did. This isn't a request that he not suffer consequences for what he did. But if he chooses to try to be a better person and he doesn't want to be defined by these events and he actually makes genuine changes, and again, I don't know what's in his heart, I don't know what he's done, I can only go by what I've seen. I think he had more to lose than to gain by saying what he said. I believe it was sincere, and I believe that it was powerful to tell people that you can have a way back after you make mistakes. And that's my thought for this week. It's about to rain. Everybody take care. Catch up with you next time.